my computer didn't like that. So we'll see whether that's going to happen again. That was rather concerning. But we'll see how this goes. Try this again. It's very annoying, so pretty much I don't know if anyone is still around, but hopefully my computer stays alive this time. Alright, we're alive again. So we'll see whether it crashes again, but hopefully it doesn't, and I really need to look into upgrading my computer. Anyway, where were we? We were over here. Kind of sucks to know that it can't handle much more. But it could be the game too, so who knows. Anyway, where were we? We're over here. We're getting rid of... Oh. Beat up. We'll get rid of these rice. Kind of puts the winds out of sails a little bit when that happens. But we should be alright now. Maybe I just haven't reset the computer for a while. Doesn't do well when you're trying to do... If the computer's not great and you're doing editing and playing games at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but just without a reset in between. Alright, there we go. And we will get rid of... What's the best way to get... Oh, I can't do it with trees. It's weird that you only can do it with the items. Well, it's weird you can do this at all, to be honest. There we go. Alright, so we're going to sell that. Pick up the seeds, and let's plant them. So we want to deck this out now. I've got my water feature, which is what I wanted for the crocs. And we'll put some ferns, maybe a couple of trees. Deck this out a bit. And there we go. How's my item limit? It's better, but still terrible. Howdy, partner. Alright, so I'm gonna sell those. And let's buy, I'll get 30 rice seeds. And we'll dump those there. Cool. Alright, so now what we want to do is deck this out with some of the stuff we had before. Now what we want to do is plant some of this stuff right in front of the viewing point so we can see them being all active. And we need a seat in here so we can observe them. And we'll put that feeding point there. Do we have anything else? Oh, we've got pinwheel. And so we can tidy up this area a little bit. So we've got all the space now, which is good. So I'm anticipating I'm going to need some room with the next update, depending on which character they release, so good to have that there. And I don't really need that anymore. Trim that back. Cool. And there we go. There's my new croc area. That being a bit... I'm trying to get the ball. I need to go below. Now, what I need to do... So this path is not going to be even. Yeah, that's going to annoy me. So... Alright. Let's take that. I'll get rid of that. Let's even up this path for my own OCD's sake. So, trim this back. There we go. It's not exact, is it? Yeah, no, make it exact. That looks a bit better. Move that there, and then that across. There we go. And I've got my viewing area. Now, this is the problem I have with the houses. They don't really fit kind of look and aesthetic. So, what I'm going to try and do is hide them slightly. There you go. Those ferns look too in line. Cool. Guys that up a little bit. Feels like something's missing, right? Oh, I can't place anything because I have to item limit. Alright, we'll get the item limit down. Just do a bit of tightening up. What? Alright, now it's getting ready. Gonna pounce on Simba. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? No, you're just... That's poor form. And Simba's just chilling. Simba's so derpy. Look at that. Oh. I think I head to the watering hole before it gets too crowded. No one's ever at the watering hole. Nah. Chill out. It would be cool if they interacted with the items a bit more. Just randomly come across one of them bathing in it. That would be really cool. What area I haven't been up here yet. Well, now I've got all my, you could say, habitats sorted. Next step is fixing all the fences, which I just need iron. Which, it's going to cost me a lot of iron, though. It's not exactly like I've got it spend or anything else. Pretty full up on items at the moment. Oh no, why did I do that, Dave? Oh, don't do that either. Stop doing that. Need to get rid of some items. I don't want to pick up everything, so I don't need to worry about the item. Problem is I don't know which flowers I've got. Let's go dump some more. Really running on a ring quick. How about we go dump some stuff? I think I'm over struggling with this. Now the question is, when that Easter event is over, do those shrubs disappear? That's my question. Now we've got a lot of soil. Nice. A lot of clay too, which is very useful. Snow. Cool. Those. Plant a crop. These. I do need Dreamlight for that. But how's the limit looking like now? No, nearly there. Get out of here. You're in my league. That's cool. And let's continue. Whoa. We're right. Alright, so how are we looking? Bring it down a little bit more. We're up now. So, what can we add here? Make a good kind of crocodile thing. I guess we could pop some of these around. They're unique to the area. Yeah. These. Some here. And let's pop some here. And there. Alright. Jazz it up a little bit. Still not happy with it, but we'll work on that. These to grow to look a bit better. Temperature. Top of these easy ones. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grow some eggs. Alright, I need more Dreamlight. So I want to grow about... How many do I want to grow? About 50. Do a stack of 50. So I need to smash out some Dreamlight really quickly. Yeah, you just... Cool. Mushrooms. Is there any mushrooms around? And Jaffa, cool. Should have enough now. Can I? Yeah, I got enough for 50. Let's make them. Now, we want to do this strategically. I need 2 potions. Yeah, I need 2 potions, so I do need more Dreamlight. So we're going to grind for more. And once we plant all these, we will do the news of the week. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll try and be quick. These are stacked up ones. Yep, that works. Sell that. Oh, I got those as well. ADHD, man. Just everything distracts me. Come on, Goofy. How's it going, pal? Go. All 2 meals, right? Come on, buddy. Just here.
Hi there, pal.
Oh. Favorite gift. What's your favorite gift? Probably check it by doing it the hard way, but no, don't go anywhere. We kind of did go somewhere, but wait. Oh, all right. That's 1. Like a flower, and it's finding hummingbird. Where is a hummingbird? There isn't in there. Oh, there's one. Oh, come on, buddy. Ah. I think we spawned and trapped there. Another one. Where's 2? Definitely my computer's struggling today. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, but yeah, the other hummingbirds inside my compound. Alright, let's do this the more difficult way. Let's move. That's it. Let's hope another one comes out here. No, it didn't. Okay. No luck there. Sell 2 fish, so sell 2 fish. Come on, Goof. Alright, what 2 don't we want? Sell 2 fish. There we go. Harvest 5 vegetables. That's actually an easy one to do. But we will need a buddy for this one. Oh yeah, another dog. That's right there. Cool. Alright, we're gonna harvest some pumpkins. Boom. Good job. Nope.
We have to stop Ursula from taking control of this valley.
Because she's got no hope to hit. The villains in this valley are just lazy. You'll be fine, Ariel. Stop panicking. Ooh. There's an egg over there. I'm easily distracted, man. This is the ADHD's worst nightmare. Alright, plant these. Now the shop's reset, so we're not going to look at the shop until we've completed what we're going to do. So we're going to plant these, then get enough Dreamlight to make 2 digging potions, dig 50 spots, plant those, and as they grow, we'll do the news of the week. I kind of want to check it out now. I'm very desperate to. Mainly because I've got a slight hope that it's going to be a skin. I really want it to be a skin for a character. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so that's done. What's the next step? So, you? Yeah, I'm so tempted to click it. I don't want to click it. Prepare for full start meal. Well, how much have I got to go? Not much. Right. To play, always a good one, because it only costs money. Here we go. Sell 5 vegetables. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. I can sell the pumpkins I just harvested. Didn't get a lot of them. That should do it. Perfect. Alright, we're done with seeds. And now we make 2 digging potions. Now, it's a question. What resource do we want? Clay is good. Feels like clay is the way to go, but sand I need a lot of too. I'm close to finishing that. How about we do sand? But we need a buddy. It's going to be a good digging buddy. I could do Buzz. Let's go for Buzz. Oh, there's a chest there. Yay, money that I don't need. Buzz. Do 50 of them. Cool. So we're gonna do 50, so we want 5 rows of 10. Oh, inventory's full. Damn it. What is it? Oh, I've got some flowers and stuff, that's fine. Yeah, it is pretty full up, isn't it, Dave? I'm not going to get rid of some stuff. Oh, some chest popped out. Money both times, damn it. Alright, let's... Before we go any further, let's just dump some stuff. No, I don't want to go on the house. Well, not to the room. What else do we want to do with that? Any stone pool, coal. And we've used a bit of dry wood, so let's see. Clay, we've got clay. And fabric. Where did I put the fabric over there? It is nearly complete. Some shards. And we'll sell that, and we'll get some dark wood. So dump those. Hey, Lady TTV. G'day, how are you doing? You came from when Senpai gave me a shout out, didn't you? If memory, well, to be fair, like it was only Senpai, then probably Chantel, and then you. You actually were the only ones that followed me when that happened. So, well, it's not memory. I don't get a lot of followers, so I've only actually had one follower since you followed me. So. But you're lucky, you came at the right time because I'm about to go through the news of the week and also look at the store because it just reset 7 minutes ago. So we're going to experience that together. But what I want to do first is plant, because I do the news of the week every week. So around on my last stream of the week, I go over the news, the Dreamlight Valley news. It's 5-5. So I want to plant my egg seeds first, because this is the last day I can do it, because local time is the 29th for me. And then, yeah, I go for the news of the week briefly and just talk about stuff that's come up. And it's just my little kind of gimmick, you could say. And it's a bit of fun me editing, and it gives me some content to kind of edit and, you know, play with on YouTube, really. So it may not be your liking, but I kind of like it. So what I'm going to do is make 5 rows of 10. And then... And I can give you a tour of my valley if you prefer, because I've just finished making all my enclosures, you could say. I love this potion packing. Yes! It's just the sound. It's the sound that does it. It's like... Pop, 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 pop. I think, as I was saying before, I think this potion is so underused. I mean, people don't realize how useful this is. I mean, I just used it before to dig a whole bunch of stuff, and I've got more clay than I know what to do with now. And I don't think enough people use it. But I've cleared out this bit here, because this is actually going to be my carnival kind of area once the new update comes out. But just so you know, I'm pretty much completed everything, but I'm unfortunately one of those victims who have a bugged toy. So I can't get it. Oh, you want to see my zoo? So I had a mega zoo here. So this is why it's so clear. I had a mega zoo. And then I hit the dilemma of it just wasn't enough room. Because it was too cluttered, and it ended up meaning if any new pets, which we discovered last week, they're introducing more pets because we had the blue ones, which I'm suspecting we're going to get another batch with the new shop update. It was limiting the amount of pets I can do. So instead of one big mega zoo, I've made, how many biomes are there? 8 little zoos, and I'll show you one of them in a sec. I just want to plant all the seeds, and I'll quickly show you, because I just finished the crocodile one, so I'm very intrigued. Oh, not intrigued. I want to show it off. I don't get to show it off because being a small streamer, you don't get a lot of opportunities to show off your works. And I'll just see, please, memory, please. Yes. Now it's a question: did it freeze? No, it didn't. That's satisfying. 80 memories, nice. And if you notice my collection, I'm pretty well decked out too. Nearly got all the clothing. And I've got a lot of furniture as well. Just disappointing that, you know, I only can place less than 600 of those items. Kind of grinds me a little bit. That's 5, cool. And now we'll just plant these. So, which zoo do you want to see first? So, I've got a zoo for every critter. Yeah, I do too. I get why. Because it is a cloud save, and the game can't handle it, and it's quite buggy, especially on the Switch. And if they increase the limit, it will cause more crashes. And I get that. But I'm really frustrated. I think what's ironic is that they advertise it of limitless possibilities, and then they have one item. It's like limitless possibilities unless you want to place more than 600 items. Then there is a limit to these possibilities. So it's kind of awkward. But I get why. And it's early access, and this is the point of early access, so they can get that data, so they can make it better, they can optimize it, yada yada yada. It's just, I've got ADHD, I'm very impatient. I'm just like, I want to do it now, I want to dick it out. So what I've done in my valley is every character has its own home or residence, and every biome is themed to a character. So I've got the meadow is Mickey and Friends, so I want to make that a Toontown one day. I've got the Glade, which is my 2D Disneyland characters. The Plateau is my 3D Disney characters, and the Forest of Valor is my Pixar characters. With the exceptions of Frozen, because I can't move Elsa's house, and Tangled. But that's done. So, which critter do you want to see first? Which one do you want to see first? I'll let you choose. Before we go through the news, foxes. Alright, let's go see the foxes. Now, the fence I need to build. I ran out of fences. I got most of the fences I wanted, but there's still a little bit I need to top off. But yeah, this is the foxes. Now, normally I seal it in. I've left it open for now. But yeah, this is my little fox kind of habitat. I put the crops in there just to kind of dick it out a little bit. It also means I've got them on the fly, so I've got my storage over there, and the little sign is indicating that the box is completely full. And I'm only showing this because it's very satisfying. You can just boom. That's just very very pleasantly, aesthetically pleasing. Oh, just top that up. Yeah, the fencing is constant grind, but luckily I've kind of completed everything on my end game. I've been playing since September, so I've got resources to burn. But yeah, this is my little fox area. So I've got all the foxes running around. Got my royal one there, which I'm very proud about. What I've noticed with the companion houses, they kind of work the similar way if you get a companion, if you equip it to your wardrobe. So they go in like a 360-degree. So what you want to do is not put it like hard against a wall or anything. You kind of want to make it spacious enough, which actually I'll make this a little bit more spacious. Like there, so they can walk around it. Otherwise they get a bit buggy. So that's why sometimes they're just like over there because they're trying to go 360 degrees. But yeah, this is my little fox area. So got all the crops there, just good to go because I do when the update comes out, I do a 12-hour stream, and I just like to have all the crops ready to go and smash them out. So yeah, that's my little fox area. We'll get rid of Buzz for now because as much as I like him, we don't need him. But yeah, and then I've got a little seating area if I just want to chill out, and I like to end my streams kind of sitting in one of these areas and watching them. But yeah, this is my little fox area, and you can just watch them chill. And I've kind of strategically placed all the items around that they should go and eat them, but it's a bit buggy, the pathing. But I'll show you my favorite one. It's one of the first ones I did. Now, initially the zoo was all over Dazzle Beach, but I've chopped them up because I want to add. They're going to add more critters, and it was just too much in one spot, and there wasn't enough room to like dig it out. But we'll go. See, that's my little squirrel area. So I'll put my home there as well. So this is my little squirrel area. Not as big, but I kind of like the fact that I can log in and the squirrels are all there. What I do with my storage as well is all the boxes are... Unfortunately, they introduced the colors after I made 132 of them or something like that. So I wasted 630,000 Dreamlight building all these boxes, and now I have to replace them all with the correct colors because I'm crazy and OCD and all that fun stuff. So yeah, the yellow ones are the flowers, the red ones are my foraging ones. Hi, Hates Flower. Hey Dave, I just thought I'd say hi. Haven't talked to you in a while. I usually watch you in the mornings on my Roku TV. Oh, so I don't have the ability to share. Oh, I really appreciate it, mate. I love lurkers, to be honest, because that's how I consume kind of watching. So appreciate you reaching out and saying that, though. That's cool. See, it's those little things that kind of keep you going. Like, oh, that's really sweet. Anyway, I will show my rabbit one. So I'm pretty proud of this. I like it. Simple, but there's a lot of rabbits just hopping around. And then what I would normally do is kind of go on this little gate thing. So I've made it in a way that they can't escape. And I'll just pop over here. And then I can just watch them kind of hop around. The rabbit's got the most at the moment, I believe. Different variants, mainly because of the the 3 Easter bunnies you could get. I really like that. You could just sit there and just watch different variants of the rabbits. Just hopping around. And I like the carrots, and it kind of just really works. And all the crops are just good to go. Yeah. So that's why I kind of moved away from the zoo. So the problem with the zoo, because I was trying to put them all in one spot, I couldn't do this kind of thing. And I used to have all the crops in the residences. So as I said, every character has its own little residence. So I have this Donald residence over here. There's not a lot of Donald items in the game, so it's a little bit limiting. But they've got their own kind of residences in every area. And I used to have those crops in there just to flesh it out a bit. But I feel like this is a better setup. And it just feels more alive because the vegetables kind of throb. So what she said. But yeah, it feels like a lot more activity. So yeah, that's my rabbits. Now the one I've just built is my crocodiles, so that's why the crops are a little bit not quite ready. And And where do I put the gate? There we go. So this is my little croc one. A little bit smaller, but it's only because this territory is this biome is a bit full. So this is where my crops. I'll just quickly water these. But the same kind of concept. I can just like sit back and just watch all the different variants kind of run around. I really like that, and it also gives me space to add more, so it doesn't feel too full. Which we'll probably be doing today. Chances are the shop will probably have maybe an item or two to be applied. Applied? I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today. But that's the crocodile one. Got my crops there, good to go as well. And notice some of them aren't color coded yet. Again, 60,000 Dreamlight. But as I was saying before, my biomes are divided. So this is 2D land. You could say 2D Disneyland. So I've got the Stitch. Some of it's a bit light at the moment, mainly because my item limit's blown out. But I'm trying to keep things nice and compact. So this is the Stitch area. We've got Lion King area here. And we've got the Merlin area, a bit smaller, mainly because he doesn't have a lot of items and I needed to save room. So he kind of got the short end of the stick. I got the Mermaid area. There's a blank spot here because that's where the crop used to be. Because I used to have the crops inside the residences. So, but that's the Little Mermaid one. I really like how you made the companion area. Yeah, I feel like that works better. I like the idea is, you know, I always like to have hubs as well, and it feels like this little zoo is a really good addition, and that you can just see all of them running around, and I don't need to worry about, like, you know, having them mushed in and the pathing's really off with them. You can just look at, like, this view's wicked. Look at that. I got my chocolate crocodile there. I got my blue and green light crocs there. I don't know. It gives me a lot of satisfaction. But yeah, these are my residences there. And then up here, these are my hummingbirds. So I've got the same kind of concept built there. I don't really like hummingbirds. I think they don't really hit with me. Are you escaping? How? No. Not allowed to do that. How dare you? I wish I got... Yeah, I got in early. And I think it really bothered me as well, and I'm glad they introduced those companion houses, because I could never see all of the cool ones all at once, and just seeing that now is just really cool. I do, because it did only come with the recent update, so I'm hoping going forward, just like the chess, that they incorporate more things into that concept, because these kind of huts don't really fit the aesthetic, you know? They kind of stick out with a bit of a sore thumb. It would be good to be able to, like, either change the color or make ones that are specific to maybe crocodiles and so forth. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, but considering it's the first kind of run at it, I'm willing to wait. I'm sure they'll do something like the chests and change the colors. But yeah, this is my fishing spot where I place all the fish. I'm slowly updating all of them, but I always get distracted. So all my fish are along there. I haven't got a lot of the ugly fish, so I can't build a temple like Senpai has. But yeah, that's my Enchanter area. Again, a bit light, just don't have the items yet. My Moana section is pretty decked out. And I've got Pua. Just running around, chilling out. He's a bit buggy because I think there's a lot going on, but yeah, that's my Moana section. And the final section I've got is Pixar. So I've got my Toy Story land, you could say there. They've got their own one. Ran out of fencing, so I need to replace that. But I've got my raccoons running around, the same kind of concept. Actually, this looks really empty because the ferns don't spawn. I don't know whether that's just my computer or when you look at another biome, certain things don't spawn. But there we go. Then it looks a little bit more decked out. Yeah, there you go. So that's my raccoon area. Fencing is going to be the next project. I just needed to get it done, and I finally finished the croc one today, so I really like it, and it has the ability to add. I've got a feeling the new shop items are gonna increase my crit count a little bit. That's my Toy Story area. That's my Ratatouille area. A little blank spot here and there, just because that's where the crops used to be, so I can fill that up. That's my Wally area. Fingers crossed that Eve is going to be coming in the next couple of updates. Not many people are talking about it, but a lot of people overlook the fact of one of the first memories you get in the game is this one. Hey Sheena, welcome back. Good to see you again. So this is one of the first memories you get, and people overlook the fact that, yeah, we've seen Vanellope and we've seen Beast coming up, but Eve hasn't had a lot of mention, but Eve is clearly there as a character. So it feels like Eve is going to be added in, and it can easily be added to Wally's realm, of adding a section onto it, because Wally's realm is actually quite small as it is, and we've seen how big they can get the realms with looking at Frozen. So I see no reason why they can't just add that onto it. Those new large chests need a lot of I know. I recently changed the way I gather darkwood, and 5 days I gathered 500. Yeah, I've got about 500 saved up at the moment. I'm saving up a bit because I need to change all the colors. But I did a TikTok on how much I actually spent on wood, and it was over 1,000 easy building all those chests. So I'm taking a break from it because it took me an entire update cycle. So from when update 3 came out to update 4 to actually just build them, and then when update 4 came out and I saw the different colors, I was like, I can't do this again. I needed a break from it, so I've been slowly updating it. I really hope Wally gets Eve. Yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna. That has to come soon. I think it's gonna be very. I think Eve, when Eve gets introduced to the game, I think it's gonna be very much like Stitch. We're not gonna expect it, and it's just gonna be dropped, which I'm hoping for. It feels like it. If they've really got. Looking at this, they've really got the model. So yeah. Hey guys, tonight is the WWE draft on SmackDown. I'd say I'm a big wrestling fan, sorry. Sorry about that. I don't. That's not my thing. I'm a New Zealander. The only sport I love, well, I guess if you call WWE sport, only entertainment sport thing I watch is rugby and sometimes soccer. But yeah, that's and this is the Frozen section. So unfortunately, the Frozen section is here and not in 3D land because I can't move Elsa's house. So it's kind of stuck there, and I've kind of made it a 50-50 thing. So on that side it's Elsa, and on that side it's Anna, Olaf, and what's the other guy's name? Kristoff. So I've got this fountain in the middle, kind of as a centerpiece. And then the side's got Elsa stuff. And then the stuff has got the others. Just call them the others. I'm not a big Frozen fan, but I kind of like they've got a lot of items in the game. Hi, Filipino. Are you raiding me? Yay. Thanks, Jedi. I'm actually just about to go through the news and look at the shop, so... I've been very distracted giving Lady TV a bit of a tour. And if we look over here, this is my Toontown, which I'm really hoping to introduce more Mickey characters. And I've got Goofy Spot, got Mickey Spot over there. I got Scrooge's and the little hub. I love you, Valley so much. Oh, thanks, appreciate that. I've been trying to play Jedi Survivor for 3 hours. That's why I've been playing for 7. I heard it's very buggy. I'm hearing big reports that it's very, very buggy. And the last bit is my plaza. So I've shown briefly the squirrels. And this is my orchard, you could say. So it's kind of expanded. As you see, I've got the signs there of of things being full up, and that's just aesthetically pleasing right there. It freezes all the time, yeah, I thought so. And my lemons. And I'm slowly kind of topping it up as I go along. I'm just checking if those the Easter shrubs are still there. Yep, still there. I'm suspicious of what's going to happen to the shrubs after the event's over. A bit curious about it. And this is my my star path section. So every star path from now on, I'm going to put all the items here, and that the idea of that, it would just be really kind of decked out. And every single update, because I have noticed with the star pass, because I've been doing the star pass since the Pixar one. That's why I've got the Pixar balloon. I think I've still got the Pixar balloon set up somewhere. Oh yeah, that's why I've got the Buzz Lightyear kind of things as well. But I think I've got the Pixar balloon. So yeah, I've got the Pixar balloon there, or the up balloon, I should say. But yeah, this is where I got the stuff up. But what I was trying to say is that every Star Path update, they seem to be improving it and giving more items, and it's definitely more kind of centerpiece items that they've been introducing into the game too. So that's been really good and cool to see that they're slowly improving it. One little odd thing that I've noticed, and this ties into Speedstorm. So with Speedstorm coming out, obviously made by the same company, this character that's here was introduced in the last Star Path, and he's also a racer in Disney Speedstorm. So my question, and this character hasn't been shown before, my question would be, so there seems to be some cross promotion with it because he's now a racer in Speedstorm and he's here within the space of a month. What makes me curious of whether we can use Speedstorm as a hint of what their thinking is. Because one of the things that I've noticed in Disney Speedstorm is one of the crew that you can get for the characters. There are some very deep cut characters there. And one of them was Mickey's nephews, the twin nephews, which aren't seen a lot in Disney lore. And they were first introduced like in 1930 something. And they're not in a lot of content, but they were there as crew you can select for Mickey. So it makes me wonder whether we're going to get some deep cut characters soon, which I really hope for. I think that's going to make the game really stand out if we're getting deep cut characters. I'm thinking like Duckweed Duck. I'm thinking like Dalla Duck, which would be another character. And I think that's going to make the game really stand out if we start to get not the tentpole characters like from Frozen or Moana or anything like that. I think they'll do well if they introduce some deep cut characters. So I'm hoping for that. Anyway, that's my little tangent. So all this will be moved probably to the beach. Item limit depending, because I do want to play everything. But yeah, that's my valley there, and I used to have all my storage outside, but then I kind of got annoyed at the item limit and moved them inside. So I've unlocked all the floors, and this is my storage at the moment. Everything's nice and tidy and sorted, and I've started kind of digging out some of the rooms as well based off the characters. So what's one I'm really proud of? What's one I'm go for the Little Mermaid one because I get a little laugh out of it. I like to see Daisy, Donald's girlfriend, her name. Yeah, I think it's quite odd because they're called the Fab Five. Oh, sorry, the Fab Six. And I think that's Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto. Typically, those are what they refer to as the Fab Six. So I'm surprised we haven't got Pluto or Daisy in the game. But they could be just wanting to kind of show what could be incorporated in the game and want to include all the other characters first before they kind of wind back. But yeah, I've decked out a lot of these rooms to be themed, so this is my Little Mermaid one. And the reason why I get a bit of a laugh is I put a mirror there right where the toilet is, so you can watch your shame. That's pretty much the whole purpose of that toilet. Yeah. watch the shame. But yeah, and that's a bit of the tour of my little joint, and I play typically every day, New Zealand time that is, but yeah, that's the tour. So what we're going to do is we'll sit down and we'll go through the news of the week. Now, despite, because they haven't announced a hotfix, while I go through the news, I'm going to make everyone look at the alien I can't get. Because I spent like a whole week looking for this goddamn alien, and it turns out it was bugged out in here. So despite, we're all going to watch it and look at it while I go through this. So, if we angle it, there we go. There's the alien there. And it hurts my soul. It hurts it tremendously. Yeah, that's messed up. I've tried everything, and there's nothing I can do to get it. So give me 2 seconds while I set this all up. Look at Buzz even making fun of me. You could get that, bud. You could legitimately just get it for me right now. Alright, I'm just booting up a few things because my computer didn't like things earlier and crashed on me. Alright, so as punishment, we're gonna punishment for no hotfix, we're gonna get my camera right so we can stare at it. There we go. Cool. And we'll pause the music. I paused the music, buddy. There we go. Pause the music. I'm not very good at this, and this is why I do it. Because the only way to get good at something is to do it. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, so the news of the week for the 17th week of 2023 is there still is no hotfix. So as punishment, we will be staring at my alien toy for the rest of this new segment. Well, until I want to show something. But yeah, it's stuck there, I can't get it, and I'm very disappointed about it. The weird thing about the hotfix, they normally release it a couple weeks after the update, and we're about 3-4 weeks into it. We're about probably halfway through the cycle of the update. So it's actually rather interesting that they've acknowledged the bugs but haven't released a hotfix for it. So that's a bit disappointing, but that's how it is. But on the good news, we have had our first announcement of update 5 of a new feature of holding an umbrella while it's raining. Whether that means that automatically pops out when it's raining or not, it's unclear. But the interesting thing about this, which I'm a bit disappointed about, it does note in the video that they released that it could be paid, that you have to actually pay to have it. So I'll show that in a second, but yeah, that's a bit disappointing as well, but it could be just what they've just put there because there could be different variants on it. So it's hard to tell. The community goals were now 3. We've ticked off 3 of the community goals. They seem to be doing it week by week, which is kind of what I suspected they would do, just to fill in the time between the updates, which feels a bit kind of iffy, and you kind of felt that was going to be the case when they didn't actually show a way to actually track how progress with it. So I feel like in the next couple of weeks, each one of those will be ticked off, and I think it's going to be very convenient that every week another one gets ticked off. But that's my theory. On Twitter, they did a really funny fish post, which I will show in a second. But it was rather clever. It gave me a good laugh. And also, we're going to go through the new items in the shop, which just reset. So in anticipation, we're going to show that now. So if we go like that, let's see the shop items. Ooh, okay. So we've got the Blue Whimsical Penguin Pack 2. So we got the number 1 last week. I suspected we'd get the next one this week. So we'll get a Sunbird, Turtle, Rabbit, and Fox. That looks really cool. But also a Cozy Wanderer bundle. That's interesting. We'll get a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff with this. I don't know what Wanderer means, but let's some sort. So 2 of the same, and the wings come up again. So 2 of the same, but 2 brand new things. So that would be interesting to kind of explore. Oh, that's a good pack though. 6 items. That's a good pack there. That's the ceiling light. And bunk beds. I wonder if you can climb them. Cool. All right, so that's the new items. So what we're going to do now is go through the items there. So what we talked about, and go through them a bit further. So we're going to switch over to Twitter. So bear with me. Let me find Discord. I'm just trying to find the window. There we go. So we'll switch over to here. All right. So the most interesting bit was this new update here. Hopefully it doesn't. There we go. So this is what they released. The first update 5. Preview, you could say. They typically do this leading up to the next update. And we got someone walking through with an umbrella. I'm hoping it's the case of they just bring up the umbrella every time it's raining, and then you can customize the umbrella. But one thing that really jumped out at me when I watched this, because they haven't done this previously, is the bottom text, where they said some optional items may require purchase. That's a bit disappointing, because they haven't done that before. That is something that came with it, and it's hard to tell whether indicating that you will have to buy the umbrella or not, or you're going to get one in game and you can get additional variants later on. It kind of stuck out to me a little bit because they don't normally do that, but they kind of took some of the shine away from it, because it is definitely a cosmetic thing. It doesn't look like it's going to influence any gameplay, so I guess we have to see. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get, a variant you get for free, but also the option to actually buy some at a later date. So that's what I take away. I think that's really cool. And it also is starting to get exciting that we're now getting closer to update 5 with the first kind of feature update, or first preview of the particular update 5. The next one we'll go through, just because it's like right there. I'm just checking this out. Yeah, we'll do the community goals. So, community goals here, we've ticked off 3 now. So we've ticked off the Crafted Balloon Decor Pack. That's the one I'm talking about. We've ticked off the 30k Park Balloons placed, the 400k Topiaries placed, and also the 450k Disney Park Dreamstyle unlocked. So we still need 350k trash cans and 600k of Disney Park attraction placed in order to unlock the final mystery item, which I did suspect when they announced that we'll get one a week, and so far that has happened. I think actually there was 1 week they did skip, but I've got a feeling that coincidentally over the next couple of weeks we'll have the trash cans unlocked, and then the following week, or maybe even a couple of weeks out from the update, we'll get the final one, which I get why they do it like that. And the only reason I'm suspicious is there's literally no way of knowing where they're at with this. Then they haven't really posted anywhere of giving us an update of how close we are to the target, which seems a bit surprising. But I get why they do it. Engagement. They, at the moment, though, because it's early access, don't have a lot of content. Not a lot of stuff's going around. Multiplayer's not there yet, so that's not really an element they can tap into to keep people engaged. As little gimmicks like this is the only way to keep the conversation going and keep everyone kind of tuned in. So I get that, but it is a little kind of, and Lady TV just noted this in chat as well, surprised they haven't got the trash cans yet. I'm surprised too, but I can see if there's no way to know. There's no way to know, whether they did that deliberately or whether it's actually legitimately not unlocked yet. I would have thought they would have constantly said, "Hey, we're 10,000 away. Everyone get out there and plant," or something like that, or even just set up some kind of online counter because they've got a way of tracking this, right? Obviously, they've got a way of tracking all this, so why not just show everyone? And why don't just build the little kind of counter? That's not a huge criticism. I get why they're doing it. It's hard to kind of you know believe that this is actually a real counter, and they're just ticking it off as they go. Because there could be a good. I mean, did we have any chance of actually unlocking this within the first week? There's no way to actually tell. For all we know, we could have actually unlocked this all, and they're just kind of slowly kind of handing it out. Anyway, that's my conspiracy nut kind of head and me playing this game and over analyzing it. But yeah, that's how I do. Now the next and the final thing that we'll go through is a funny fish post. So what gave me a big laugh is this post here. So on the 25th of April, they said for every 300 likes, we'll make the here and there fish bigger. And hopefully we can. We'll do it this way because this way would actually be a bit better. Wait, I'm going to switch this off to not to ruin the surprise. Hold up. I'll get this ready first because I did find this rather funny. I'm just going to get it ready. All right, there we go. We'll switch back. There we go. So they released this post saying for every 300 likes, we'll make the here and there fish bigger. And I thought they were going to stop after a certain point, but they kind of just kept going. So it kind of went from this to this to this to this to this. I like the addition that then I'll put it in the water to just point out how big the fish is now. To this. Now it's just taken over the land and everything. It's got even bigger. And this is for every 300 likes. And now it's planet size, or it's basically a little moon at this point, and it's getting even bigger. And now it's in space, bigger than. Notice they make the planet blue though. That's very quite interesting that they didn't use Earth. They just used the blue planet to symbolize Dreamlight Valley. So I think Dreamlight Valley is about as big as a planet. I think they're implying it, and it's just all the water around it. So yeah, I find that interesting. I'm a nerd. Anyway, it gets bigger, and I think it does get bigger than this. But yeah, it gets about this big. I think. I think I have to go back one. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hold up. There you go. There. Oh wait, I went back too far. There we go. And it gets that big, and then even bigger, and then even bigger. So it's bigger than multiple galaxies, and then it's so big that it just covers the whole screen. And I think that's where they leave it. Yeah, that's where they leave it. All right, calm down. But yeah, that was a really funny post I found, and I really like that kind of. There's only so much stuff that you can say about the game, especially in the gaps between each update. But I don't know. I really like that kind of unique kind of thing because it is a hilariously looking fish. I have to give props to the modeler on that one. It just looks great. It looks like a great, amazing fish. But anyway, that is the news of the week. Not a lot, but yeah, that's what we went through. Any questions from the audience out there? If there is still some audience listening. Any questions? Because while I wait for anyone to respond, I'm actually going to quickly top up my moonstones. And I'm hoping you won't see my credit card information, but we'll find out. It's going to be extremely deadly. I think it will pop out in a different window outside of Dreamlight, so I can quickly do it. Because I do put money aside for these updates. No, so you can't see the pop-up that's happening right now, so I think my credit card information is safe. Hey, Flower says, what are you going to do with all the eggs you're gathering? Well, I do have a Christmas and... so I have a Christmas and a Halloween section where I still have got my Halloween candy and I've still got all the holiday fish. And the holiday fish, the wrapping paper, and the Halloween candy. So pretty much I'm just going to get a chest full of those eggs and make a little Easter section and leave them there. And just have them there if I ever want to build any of those items for one reason or another. They're really just so I can have them there. And they could give me the advantage next year if they decide to do a similar event and you need eggs and they introduce new things. It'll be good just to kind of have them there, good to go. Just making sure I use the right card. Make sure I don't show it on stream as well, because that would be rather important to not show it on stream. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna to build a little Easter section, and then hopefully down the line, once we kind of get a good idea of how many different events they're gonna have, I'm hoping to have like a holiday section in each one of the biomes. So I'll have the Christmas section up in the Frosted Heights. I'll have the Halloween section in the Forgotten Lands. I will have I'm thinking the Easter section is going to be in the Forest of Valor, and then I'll just keep my options open for everything else. I'm really hoping that when you think about the major holidays and that they could introduce, there could be a lot of things. Now, the studio is in Canada, so I can see them doing a lot of American-esque holidays like Thanksgiving, because there is a Canadian Thanksgiving apparently. But I'm also trying to think of they're trying to be very inclusive too. So it'll be interesting to see what other holidays that they do. Anyway, we got the moonstones. So let's buy the pets and add them to the zoos. So we'll do that. Yay! Got a new rabbit too. Ooh, that's cool. And we'll buy these bundles too. Just because I love items. I'm an item collector. And those are some good... they're alright items, to be honest, now that I see them. But they're items nonetheless. So, let's go add them to my zoos. And also, that's the news of the week. We've got no other news to go through. Now we're just gonna play with stuff. All right. So, have we got any nominations? Which one I should? It looks like Buzz's Candy Furniture. Yeah, it does actually. Let's. Oh God, what have I done? No, I don't know where they are. This is the hard bit. I don't know how they categorize it. Didn't fall under Disney. I'm guessing it'll fall under. They really need to figure out a better UI for finding items and stuff. Well, if alphabetical order, right, is G, green. Well, the green carpet's not there. No, so it'll be under some other category. It's very annoying. Which one did it fall under? This is not very good with the eyes, so I do apologize, people. Toy Story? Yeah, let's check Toy Story. Yes, it is. You are correct. So you said it looked like Buzz's camper furniture because it is. It looks like. So the green rug is there, and the Wanderer bunk bed is there too. So yeah, they're all Toy Story items. The Wanderer window. Interesting. They're all Toy Story ones. Don't feel very Toy Story. I don't know why they're so obsessed with this damn camper van. I mean, we've got 4 movies there. Why take the 4th movie? I mean, get away from the camper van. There's plenty of other content you could do. They got a prerogative, but I've got Wanderer's Couch, so you could say a lot of other stuff, I guess. That's cool. But yeah, I think you're right. It's the camper van theme. So if we look at the bunk bed there, let's quickly just dive into the caravan. It's a bit ironic though. The caravan stuff happened when I was in this camper van. Oh yeah. So let's look at that real quick, and then we'll quickly start back to Toy Story. God, this is Toy TT. No, what am I talking about? It's not in alphabetical order. Right. Ah. God, this is making me dizzy just doing this. There you go. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. I kind of wish they had like you click it and it pops up with a little preview, but it doesn't. But yeah, it definitely looks like that. It's exactly it. Interesting. So now you can build your own little buzz thing. And those chairs, yeah, they look exactly like it. So pretty much what they did is just took these assets and sold them in the shop. I guess that's one way of doing it. Kind of gutting they had to pay for them, but that's what they would do. So, which pet should we put away? Oh, get another one. Which pet should we put first? So let's do the bunnies because the bunnies are always my favorite. Let's go over here. All right, so over here, and let's plant bunny. So we've got 4 there. So we've got 3 there, 3 there. And you've got 3 there. Is that 3 or 4? I think I've evened them out, so they've 3 each. All right. So it feels like the 4 one should be in the middle. All right. There we go. There we go. We've now got a new, and this is exactly why I built these zoos the way they are, so I can add one without it being too cluttered. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, another successful addition. All right, so next step, we're going to add the turtles. I have to water these. Otherwise, it'd drive me a bit crazy. Oh, there we go. Come, pour it up. There you go. All right, time to add the turtle one. So let's see. I don't know if I showed you the turtle one, Lady Tulie. I think that's one I missed. So that's already got 4 on there. How many has this one got? This one's got 3. Oh, I've only got 2 of these houses. All right, so we'll put. Oh, why have I got that blank? I haven't put that one there. There you go. Yeah, this is my favorite one, the turtles. There you go. Got the blue turtle now. And I've got the royal the celestial turtle there as well. Which I really like. They get a bit bugged, so they end up just standing and staring endlessly at something, but I mean how is that any different than any of the normal characters? But there you go. That's my blue turtle. Well, they were escaping. They don't want to be there. But yeah, that's my little two section. Not too happy about it. I'm not too sold on its layout. I think it's going to be something I will improve on in the future, but yeah, that's my turtle section, and I will close it up. I don't think I will go in there for the rest of the day. All right, and we'll go back to the bunny section because it looks like I accidentally unequipped one of the bunnies. Oh, I didn't show you the Raven section as well. I should show you the Raven section. And where do we want it? I feels like over here is better. There we go. There we go. Dreamlight bunny. And the blue bunny. It looks great. It doesn't look too cluttered, and I think that's what I like most about it. Even though there's what 4, 7, so there's 11 bunnies here, but you barely notice it. I like it. All right, so next one is the hummingbird. Let's add the hummingbird. Hummingbird's one of the ones I'm not too fancy on, but it's all part of the project. So I've got the Dreamlight one there, so I'll put the blue one here. Go, and there we go. There we go. There we go. Little hummingbird section. Seems like they've got a way of escaping though. Oh no, they don't. They're kind of bugging out a little bit, so let's move that a bit here, just to give them more brain space to actually move around. There we go. I like it. It doesn't seem too much as well. It's subtle enough. It would be cool that in the future, hopefully, they get the creatures to kind of interact with stuff like the bushes and so forth. The ravens are my least favorite only because they're annoying when the planted crops. True. And once you see my setup, that probably won't help. So yeah, that's my hummingbirds all done. Oh, no. Get it. Oh well. It'll fix when I refresh the game. And what was the last one? Was it a squirrel? Was the last one? I'm pretty sure it was a squirrel. Because I don't think we've got a blue squirrel in there. Oh no, we do have a blue squirrel. What was the last one? We've got a raccoon. We've got a croc. We've got a raven. Fox. It was a fox. We need to add one to the fox. And look, there's the red fox that only appears between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. on a Saturday. So you can tell right now it's 2 a.m. New Zealand time, so that's why the red fox is around. But I've already collected it, so it's fine. All right, where should we add it to? So we've only got 2 hutches. So that's full of 4. And I'm thinking this is actually full of 4 too. Yes, we actually need another hutch. And my item limit is... Why is it that high? Oh. Okay. We need to try and get my item limit down, and I don't know why it's so... Oh, it's because I planted all those crops, didn't I? Alright, what don't we... I'll show you the ravens, and then I'll try and bring down the limit so we can plant. The little guy evaded me forever. I just got him, yeah. I was one of those ones that actually had to set a timer and wake up at a particular time just so I can tick it off. I don't agree with time traveling, so I'm not a big fan of changing it, especially how it could corrupt my game, and I'm not a big fan of redoing everything because that would have been a bloody nightmare. Oh. And dump those there, and I'll quickly check. No, they're not done yet, my eggs. So I share the raven zone. So this is my little raven zone. I could make it bigger. I've got the space for it. But yeah, this is my ravens. And they normally don't bug me too much when I'm harvesting. And to be honest, I've maxed out. What have I maxed out? I maxed out the potatoes. I just need the leeks over here. So, and I use them for my pumpkins over here, but they don't really get in the way. So, yeah, these are my ravens kind of zoned. I'm thinking about making it a little bit bigger, but I think what bothers me about the flying ones is they never stop flying. And I think it would be good if they can like perch on a tree. So like I've got that tree there. It would be good if they can just perch on it or perch on the house. And I think that would be less kind of annoying. I think that they're a little bit like in your face because they just always fly. So it'd be good if something like that. I mean, ideally, what I would love to happen is you'd be able to assign a character to look after a biome, and they pick up everything, so you don't need a. They're not always in your face, and it just kind of you put in a suggestion box. I've got a lot of suggestions. I think they should be able to assign a character to far like just to pick up things, maybe at a slower rate than you can do it, obviously. But you could go, all right. There could be a building, like you could see, like a caretaker building that you can make, and then you can go assign Donald to here, and maybe he goes around and picks up all the goods and stuff that there, and maybe because you do assign a particular task to them, that you get the additional thing as well, so you get some of the fish in the area as well. I kind of think they should do something like that because it's not fun when you play this game a lot of just going around and picking up everything every day. I get why they do it to keep you engaged and keep you doing something and there's something to do. But after you do it the millionth time and you're only doing it to keep the item limit down, I mean, if the item limit didn't exist, I wouldn't go around picking up everything. The only reason I pick up everything is because I can't really build anything until I do. So I do hope they do something like that. I've seen a lot of suggestions for it, but I think what this game's missing is a lot more shops and a lot of other buildings that are outside of just the homes. And I think little things like that could help. So I'll just pick up all these, and what we really want to do is get these crops ready, done. So we're going to quickly bring down the item limit and plant that final box. But now it's just a race against time now. Yeah, I was thinking I was about to hit the limit. Actually, we can sell those pebbles. I've actually already maxed out on pebbles. It's a good way to keep your money up. I mean, I have nearly 10 million, so I don't really stress about it too much. But I like having a lot of money. I'm just half expecting in like the next update for something to be a huge money sinker that you just dump your money into. And right now, the only thing I spend money on is buying everything for Scrooge's store because I don't remember for the life of me what I do or don't have. And buying ingredients to make souffles so I don't use any other ingredients. If I just buy all the ingredients for souffle and only make souffles, I'm not using any of the stuff I'm farming. So I can be closer to my goal of getting a box full of every item before the next update. I'm very tempted to try and grind out and do. Mainly just because it'll be very, very satisfying. So just out of interest, Lady TV, what progress are you with the game? Are you at the end, or are you kind of still grinding through some quests, or where do you sit? I'm really spilling time while I pick up everything. Yeah. Need another souffle. It's been embarrassing, but I'm at the end of everything on Two Valleys. Oh, it's not embarrassing at all. You love. I mean, probably don't want to admit that you bought the game twice, but that's probably the only thing you have to be embarrassed about. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You enjoy it so much, you play it twice. I've been tempted to do that just for my own kind of video content, but I don't feel like that's kind of I can justify that. So yeah, nothing to be embarrassed about, and that's wicked because I do like talking to people that are at the same point I am, because it's sometimes a bit difficult when people want help with something or they want to know when certain things are happening in the game, because with the update comes out, the new stuff can actually appear quite early on in the game. So I don't have a lot of people that get to experience the same way I experience things. And there's people out there, like we have someone called Filipino Jedi who comes along and just gives me you know, he's discovered something just recently, and I go explore it, and doing little things like that is really a lot of fun. I mean, he found out that you can move the portal that's in Olaf's little cave, and now I've got suspicion that there's going to be a reason for that one day. One day. 51. All right, is that grown yet? No, it's still not. All right, I'm gonna keep on grinding this out. Problem is, this is a race against time, because the more I pick up, the less time I've got to before the respawn. But yeah, Lady TV, you never feel ashamed for that. I mean, I should, I feel a bit ashamed that I play this so much. And I'm really worried one day it's just going to get the file. Luckily, it's a cloud save, so I don't need to worry about the save file getting corrupted. But God, I can't imagine what will happen if I just lose everything. That would hurt. That would be I think I would just stop streaming. I think I would just hit that limit and go, nope, done. No chance I'm going to go back to that. Yeah, I did it mostly because of the island fair. And I enjoyed decorating and hit the limit on my first belly and didn't want to destroy stuff. Yeah, that's been a problem for me. I like my setups, and I actually used to have residences or sections for every single character. So I had a Wreck-It Ralph section, and I had a Cinderella section, and I had all that. But the more stuff I unlocked, the more stuff I had to chop away, and it reached a point that I've only got stuff for the characters that actually have homes, and even then, I can't put everything that I've got for them down, and it sucks. But I've also I see it that as more of part of the challenge, and I'm remaining hopeful that's not going to be the way going forward in the future. But I'm a little bit worried the more I play this game and seeing how unstable it is at times makes me worried that I don't think they will increase it by that much. Which I will have to seriously consider whether I can keep on playing, because there's only so much you can do. I mean, probably Senpai does make a good, show of not exceeding the limit in what you can do. But it kind of defeats the purpose of so many different items if you can't actually place them. I mean, what's the point of collecting all the items if you only can put down, at the moment, only half of them, and it's obviously going to that half is going to slowly decrease over time when they introduce more items to the game. It's slowly going to be eventually just a quarter of the items, and then an eighth of the items, and what's the point in all that? So I'm a bit kind of bothered by that, and I think I'm a little bit more bothered that they haven't said anything about it. They haven't come out and said, look, our overall intention is to increase this item limit, but that we're not increasing it because of XYZ. And once we hit those points, then we'll increase it. They don't come out and say that, which makes me a bit nervous, because it feels like that's a quick win for them to say, hey, I know you're upset about the item limit at the moment. We are planning to increase it later on, but just right now, this is the reason why we've got it the way it is. And most people are saying the reason why it is the way it is because of the Switch, but that's not coming from the devs. That's just what everyone kind of has said. So yeah, I really hope they at least address it. Now these roses are really stupid. A lot of people don't point this out enough, but this bug with the red roses happened before. Before the first update, which is Scar update, all of them were red. And then they fixed it with the Scar update, and then it reverted back with the recent update. So it looks like someone pushed the wrong key and just undid a bug fix. But not a lot of people mention that. They just mention that this is a brand new bug, which actually it was there previously. Not a lot of people mention that. It's frustrating, but I'm just surprised a lot of creators aren't pointing that out more. All right, how are we doing to limit now? Nearly there, but now it's the race because I've picked up so much. Race against the limit. Washington. No, I'm not even bothered. I don't even know the words, Dave. Don't embarrass yourself. You already embarrassed yourself enough. Selective embarrassment. Come on. Go, go, go. Pick it up. There you go. Problem is I don't know which flowers are which, so... How we go now? Alright, it's under. I'm going to do this quick. If memory serves me right. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Alright, so we'll place that here. As long as we got it down, it's fine. Perfect. Cool. Alright. Finally, we can do the last box. Now we want to even it up a bit. So we want to take a box out of here. We'll take one of the common boxes out. And we'll take one of them out of here. And we'll put 3 of them here. So the new blue one, that one. There we go. Yay, another fox. We'll tidy this up a little bit. Actually, we'll kind of move it like this. So I like to hide it a little bit, make it less invasive. Put that. Oh. Put that like that. Oh, put it like that. And actually, we'll move that back here. Oh, sit down, Dave. There we go. How's that? Oh, try and see the blue one. Beneath Flower says, I got rid of all but 5 trees in the Forgotten Lands and gather the dark wood now. Only from those 5 trees near that other another one, much easier. 5 trees spawn. Yeah, I've seen that tip before, and part of me wants to do it, but also I've reached a point where I only have 1 need for dark wood, and I've got over 400 now. So I'll probably leave it the way it is. But if I really wanted to grind it out, if there was a particular reason why I needed so much, I would do it. And maybe when I start really looking into upgrading my chest again to the right colors, I might do that just to speed things up. But at the moment, I have enough for a lot of chests. So I'll see, and it's going to take me just as long to get Dreamlight. So it's a good tip, and I think Senpai did a video on that too, about how to farm Darkwood. And it's a good tip, and I have tried it a couple of times. I think I did it in my early days when I was just grinding out money and making everything efficient. But I think I'm just lazy after everything, like setting everything up. I just sort of want to undo it all. Even though I ran out of things to do, I kind of just don't want to run through everything. But yeah, that's my new fox, or my new companions, and I really like the addition. And it doesn't feel like it's too much in here. It's enough foxes. Yay! All right, we'll leave here, and we'll fence it up for the night. And I like the idea. I've got this little viewing spot as well. If I don't want to fluff around, I do think fences should have gates. I think it should be cool to be able to implement a gate to stop them running out. But that's cool. Look at them. They're a bit glitchy, like that one over there. They're a bit glitchy over there. Just having a fun time. All right, let's see if those eggs are done. Yes, the eggs are done. So we need Woody. Let's go get Woody. And we'll farm the eggs. And I think after we farm the eggs, we will call it a night, day, or whatever it is for you. It is 2:19 a.m. and I don't normally stream this late. So I didn't stream this morning because I was a bit ill. And so I like to do my new segment as the last stream, and I like to make a little kind of short and YouTube video out of it. Once I chop it up and make it a little bit more consumable. But yeah, it's a bit late, so I'm gonna quickly farm these eggs, and then we're gonna call it a night for another week at least. But I will be on not tomorrow night, but the night after, all my regular streams. But I hope you enjoyed yourself, Lady TV and Honey Flower. I know you're watching and it sometimes can't comment, and that's just really nice that you do that. But I hope, Lady TV, I hope you had a good first stream of mine. And if I never see you again, I hope you have an amazing life. But I hope to see you pop around. We've had some good chats. I like it. Ooh. There we go. It was nice chatting. Oh, good. I'm glad. So yeah, I produced not produce. God, what am I? I put out shorts on TikTok and on YouTube every day. So I try and stock them up and try and release something every day. So if you're ever curious and ever want to check in with me, because time zones suck, so I don't know if you'll be able to come to every stream that I have, because this is not one I normally do at this time. You're more than welcome to pop in and check how I am. And I suggest if you ever do, leave a comment, because that way it gives me a bit of smile that someone does that. And it just gets me motivated, it's those little things that kind of like, sometimes you feel like, oh, no one's watching, and you feel like, am I doing things right? Is this even entertaining? I do it a lot because I enjoy doing it, and that's the reason why I do it. But sometimes you just don't know whether you're doing it right or on the right path. I mean, feedback is always that kind of thing. Do I have a sense? Yes, I do. So nowhere near. On both platforms. Yeah, I've got it all linked down below and stuff. I don't know. I just like I want to get better, I think, and I I struggle to figure out how, other than my own kind of standard or my own kind of reflection, and sometimes I get a bit iffy about whether my taste is the same as everyone else, I guess. Sometimes I just find stuff funny and then I just post it and see what happens. Do you play? I did. So I used to do long plays, and I actually did the stream many years ago. I did Twitch and streamed World of Warcraft nearly every day, but then I got burnt out on it and I stopped playing. But I'm hoping eventually, when I start to feel a little bit more comfortable doing what I'm doing, to go back to doing my long plays and episode of Let's Plays and so forth. I think it's just a case of doing the Dreamlight Valley streams, and those videos have really tapped back into that creative side of me and feeling a little bit more comfortable doing it. So I feel like I'm going in that direction, but I want to also make it sustainable, because last time I just got burnt out doing it. I reached a point where I wasn't enjoying it, And if you don't enjoy playing a game, why would you stream it? And it kind of all fell away and got very depressed and dark. But I'm in a different place now. It was pre ADHD diagnosis days, and before I was on my medication, so I ended up getting very overwhelmed very quickly. But now I'm medicated. Now I have a good job. Now I have a wonderful girlfriend. I can start bringing my hobbies back. But I also don't want it to be too consuming in terms of my life as well. I don't want to put everything, put my life on a back burner just to make a YouTube video. It's that kind of stuff that really destroys your life if I put too much into it. Yeah. So I mean, what I'm doing right now, sustainable. How it goes going forward, we'll see. But yeah, it's just the crazy of Dave. Take a little bit of time to come right, and it's so far I've been doing this since November, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the chats. I'm not a big streamer, which is what I actually want, because when you get even to like senpai's, probably senpai's kind of following, is just the chat's so big, it feels you get lost in the noise a little bit, and I don't want that. I feel like having a few people like yourself here and only a few people there just feels like it's more of a conversation rather than a stream, and I like that. But on that note, because I'm tired, thank you all for watching. I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks, Lady TV, again for popping along, and I really hope you enjoyed the stream. And if I don't see you again, as I said, have an amazing life. Thanks, Flower, for still being around after all this time, and I'm glad that you spoke up and you let me know, because that's really nice to see. Thanks, Jedi, for earlier, for popping around for the raid, and thanks anyone else for watching. You've all been great, and obviously I got Discord, I got YouTube. Won't be on tomorrow, but the next day will be, and I will be putting out videos. And this news of the week thing, I'll chop it up and it will be sent out. So thank you all for watching, and until next time. Which is hello and goodbye in Maori, New Zealand.